San Diego Police Chief William Lansdowne, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, you bet.
Now, in light of the newest allegations of sexual misconduct, what immediate steps have you taken to address this issue?
You know, we've taken a hard look at what occurred, and we're taking the appropriate actions, I believe. We're looking at an outside audit that would come in and look at the police department, and if there's some changes that they would like to make or best practice, they'd put that in place. We have asked the officers that if they transport women, there will be 2 officers involved. We're doing what we call a biopsy, which is random checks to make sure the officers are doing the right thing and asking the right question, providing the right service. I think those are going to go well, and then we're going to do some extra training with the supervisors to bring them all on board again.
So those are some of the immediate steps, but as you mentioned, an independent audit for the department you've asked for as well. What would be the scope of that audit?
Well, it's a program that we're looking at that's done by the COPS program, which is the Department of Justice. It would be the scope to take a look at how we hire officers, the training we give to them, the process of taking complaints and working with the community, and then the investigative process and how that takes place and discipline.
And how soon could that start?
Well, if they can get us in, because it's a brand new program, they're doing it in Philadelphia as we speak, and they just did one in Las Vegas. It would be a month or 2 months, and then it would be 6 to 10 months to do the study and the recommendations.
Now, I know back in 2011, you unveiled a 7-point plan to address similar issues following misconduct allegations against former officer Anthony Arevalos. He was accused of assaulting 5 women, I believe, and is now serving time in prison for related charges. Does this new batch of accusations mean that that plan didn't work?
Well, no, it's actually what caught the officers. We have a system in place now that once the report comes in, it's very quick to respond, and that's exactly what happened here. And I think the public misses. It is the San Diego Police Department that put Officer Arevalos in prison. It's the San Diego Police Department that is looking at these cases criminally and taking the appropriate action.
I know that one of Arevalos's victims, his attorney or her attorney, asked for an independent monitor to oversee the department. I know this happens in other cities. Is that something you would support?
Independent monitor comes at a big cost. I was just up in Oakland because they asked me to help work with them in Oakland. The monitor they have is there for 2 years, and the cost on that, just the monitor, is $1.78 million.
How does that compare to the cost of the audit we were talking about?
Well, the audit that we're looking at right now for cops is a no-cost charge. They will come in and do the same thing, look at the department, make recommendations, and ensure that we follow through with those if they make the recommendations.
Officers, I've been told, have a code of silence, or there's certainly some have said so, and they conceal officers' misconduct, maybe, perhaps. What is your response that exists?
You know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I hear that. My experience is if there is serious criminal misconduct, they'll report it as quickly as it occurs. The issue that they're a little hesitant is if they're not sure that the officer did something wrong. They don't want to be the one individually that's looked at if they make a wrong discussion. But we have an anonymous system now that they bring information to us.
Where do you think, why is this misconduct issue raising its head again? Why is it happening?
Well, you can't predict human behavior, but you can put in systems designed to identify it quickly and respond to it quickly. But there's always going to be misconduct. Somewhere along the line, you wouldn't need internal affairs.
Do you think it's individual or systemic or a little both?
It's individual. When you see something like this, there's a lot more going on individually with a person.
Mayor-elect Faulconer says this issue will be the immediate focus, as he said, of his administration. Are you concerned that some may ask for your resignation?
You know, I have the utmost respect for Mayor Faulconer. I've had some conversations with him, and I understand, and I believe in the system. I'm an at-will employee. My fate rests with the mayor. I understand that. I'm certainly willing to defend myself and the department.
If you are asked to resign, would you step down?
I'm a professional. Yes, I would.
All right. There's a whole lot more about this on our website, kpbs.org. San Diego Police Chief William Lansdowne, thanks so much for the update.
It's a pleasure.